Hi everyone, welcome back to yet another video with Moments with Chemistry. So today we are going to continue our series of the 2019 paper where we are going to discuss from question number 31 onwards. Okay, 31. Which of the following statements or statement is or are correct with regard to simple covalent molecules containing oxygen and sulfur atoms? A. Water shows amphoteric properties. It's correct, no? Water has the ability to react with both acids and bases. So therefore it is amphoteric. Specifically speaking, the correct word they should have used is amphiprotic. But since it's amphoteric is also correct. So A statement is correct. Statement B. The boiling point of H2O2 is higher than the boiling point of water. Yes. H2O2 can form, one molecule of H2O2 can form more stronger hydrogen bonds than a molecule of water. So since the overall strength of intermolecular attractions in H2O2 is greater than the overall strength of intermolecular attractions in water, H2O2 has higher boiling point. Why? It has the ability to form more number of hydrogen bonds than water. It has two OH groups. B is also correct. C. H2O2 can act as an oxidizing agent only in the acidic medium. What is oxidizing agent? Oxidizing agent means it should have the ability to undergo reduction. So if it should undergo reduction, H2O2, imagine in the basic medium, it goes to 2OH minus plus 2 electrons. This is in one particular medium. Another medium, H2O2 can go to water. So if it has to go to water, here 2,4 plus 2H plus 2 electrons. So both these are possible. This is in the basic medium, this is in the acidic medium. So H2O2 can act as, it can undergo reduction in both basic medium and acidic medium. So therefore C is wrong. D. Both H2S and sulfur dioxide have the capacity to act only as reducing agent. Wrong, no? They can act as both oxidizing agent and reducing agent. H2S can go to H2 or to sulfur. Sulfur dioxide can go to sulfate or to sulfur trioxide. Or it can even go to sulfur. So therefore it can act as both an oxidizing agent and the reducing agent. So D is wrong. So since A and B are correct, your answer should be answer number 1. 31 answer is answer number 1. 32. Which of the following statements is or are correct with regard to hydrocarbons? All hydrocarbons give carbon dioxide and water when completely react with excess of O2. That's correct, no? Since they have, hydrocarbons are molecules which have only carbon and hydrogen. So if you introduce them or subject them to combustion, only water and carbon dioxide are formed. Why? We have only carbon and hydrogen. So therefore, a product that has only carbon or hydrogen should be formed. So therefore, water and carbon dioxide are always formed from all hydrocarbons. So A is correct. No matter it's an alkene, alkyne, alkane, everyone will form what? Carbon dioxide and water when they are subjected to combustion. Okay, B. All alkynes react with Grignard reagent to give alkenyl magnesium halides. Wrong. Only if there is a terminal hydrogen like this. If you put RMgBr, this will be converted to C triple bond MgBr plus minus. Only if there is an acidic hydrogen that will happen, not always. If this was like C triple bond CCH3, this won't happen. This reaction won't happen. Now, this is wrong. C. The boiling point of branch alkane is higher than the boiling point of unbranched alkane of the same relative molecular mass. Wrong. I think in 2020 also they had discussed the same phenomena. If we have a particular carbon chain and if the number of side groups increases, the effective surface area the molecule covers to form intermolecular attractions is less. The effective surface area the molecule covers to grasp intermolecular attraction is less. So since the effective surface area is less, London force less, intermolecular force intensity less, boiling point less. So therefore, C statement is a wrong statement. D, none of the hydrocarbons react with aqueous NaOH. Yes. To react with aqueous NaOH, you should have what? Acidic component. But also look at this. He also has acidic component. No. So why did I consider it as none? This is not so acidic to react with NaOH. This will react only with sodium, but never with NaOH. Only with sodium, not NaOH. So none of the hydrocarbons, alkanes, alkynes, both terminal hydrogen containing ones and terminal hydrogen not containing ones. Both of them, or whatever the hydrocarbons you have, they are never going to react with aqueous NaOH. Okay. So D is correct. None of them react is correct. So since A and D are correct, for 32 your answer is answer number 4. 32, 4. 33. If an endothermic reaction occurs spontaneously at constant temperature and pressure, then. Okay. So this is with your unit 5 knowledge. Delta G equal to delta H minus T delta S. So since the reaction is spontaneous, delta G negative, and since it's an endothermic reaction, this is positive. So what should happen? Automatically this should be positive, no? If this is positive only, this portion will become negative. This portion, the negativity of that T delta S portion is so great such that it suppresses the positivity of H plus. So delta S should be surely positive. Enthalpy of the system decreases. Sorry, if an endothermic reaction occurs spontaneously at constant temperature and pressure, entropy of the system increases now, so that's correct. B is correct. D is wrong, B is correct. For 33, D is wrong, B is correct. C, enthalpy of the system increases. What is enthalpy? Endothermic reaction also positive, yeah. Actually, the enthalpy of the system, what happens to it? It's a positive value. Enthalpy is a positive value. So, naturally, if it's positive, you have to have the common sense to come to a conclusion that enthalpy increases. So, enthalpy increases is correct. So, your answer should be only B and C. So, for 33, your answer will be answer number 2. 33 answer is answer number 2. Okay, 34. Which of the following statements are correct regarding the precipitation of metal cations by passing H2S to their aqueous solution? Okay, in cationic analysis, we had 6 groups. In group 2, sulfides are precipitated in the acidic medium, and in group 4, sulfides are precipitated in the basic medium. So that is no sulfide precipitation with H2S. First one. When the pressure of H2S is decreased, the sulfide ion concentration increase. Look at this. H2S. Imagine HS minus. Okay, we'll consider the overall reaction value. 2H plus plus H2 minus. Aqueous. Since this is an aqueous phase reaction, pressure is not going to affect. Pressure comes only with gases. So A statement is wrong. Statement B. When the temperatures increase, sulfide concentration is decreased. Temperature increased, sulfide concentration decreased. You know this? Dissociation, bond breaking, release of energy. So this is an exothermic reaction. So for an exothermic reaction, if the temperature increases, according to Le Chatelier's principle, the backward reaction is favored. So if the backward reaction is favored, the S2 minus concentration, what should happen to it? It will drop. S2 minus ion concentration drop. So B is correct. C. Addition of Na2S to the solution decreases the dissociation of dissolved H2S. Okay, NaS. salt, Na2S directly dissociates to give you 2Na plus plus S2 minus aqueous. So S2 minus aqueous concentration increases. So since S2 minus aqueous concentration increases, according to Le Chatelier's principle, the backward reaction is favored. Which means the dissociation of H plus is suppressed, it's decreased. Dissociation of H2S decreases. So dissociation of dissolved H2S decreases. Yeah, C is correct. D, increase in pH of solution, decrease sulfide ion concentration. So pH increases means what? If the pH increases, what does that imply? If the pH increases, H plus ion concentration decreases. You know that? pH equal to minus log H plus. So if the pH should increase, H plus ion concentration will have to decrease. So if the H plus ion concentration decreases, according to Le Chatelier's principle, the forward reaction is favored. So if the forward reaction is favored, the S2 minus concentration should increase, not decrease. So therefore, D is a wrong statement. So statement D is a wrong statement. So for 34, since B and C are correct, your answer should be answer number 2. 34, answer number 2. 35. Which of the following is a nucleophilic substitution reaction? Okay. What is the nucleophilic substitution reaction? A reaction in which a nucleophile comes and attacks another one and says the other one to show off. For example, there is a new wedding. A new bride comes to the house and all of a sudden kicks away the mother-in-law. What is that? A substitution. One member comes in, the other member should leave from the molecule. One rich member, electron rich member, the bride is very rich, she has lot of money, dowry, everything. She comes in and kicks away the mother-in-law, which means a rich species, the nucleophile comes into your organic molecule, and as a result of it, an existing portion of your organic molecule is thrown away. Okay, look at the first one. First one is nucleophilic addition. First one is wrong because HCN addition to aldehyde and ketone is nucleophilic addition. Second one is correct. Cl minus acts as the nucleophile. Second one is correct. OH minus goes away, Cl minus comes in. Correct. Third one, that's also correct. Cl minus goes away, OH minus comes inside. A nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay. So C is also correct. D, okay, that H mu reaction, it's actually a free radical substitution. The only reaction actually hydrocarbon, when it comes to alkanes, they can only undergo two types of reaction. One is combustion. In the presence of oxygen, they give you carbon dioxide and water. Other one is free radical substitution in the presence of diffuse sunlight with chlorine. A chlorine Cl dot free radical, Cl free radical comes and attacks the CH bond. It comes and attacks the CH bond. Actually, the Cl free radical comes and attacks the CH bond. So as a result, that will be a new free radical substitution reaction. So D is wrong. For 35, only since B and C are correct, 35 your answer is answer number 2. 35 answer is answer number 2. 36. Which of the following statement or statements are correct regarding the elevation of carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere? So this has to do something with your industrial, no, with your global warming. Carbon dioxide concentration. Look at first. It contributes to the increase in acidity of seawater. Carbon dioxide concentration increases, which means we have more global warming. Carbon dioxide concentration increases means more global warming. If there's more global warming, the acidity of the sea increases. The acidity of seawater increases due to global warming. So A is correct. 36, A is correct. B, it reduces the hardness of water bodies. Hardness doesn't have anything to do with carbon dioxide. No. Hardness is what? Due to the inability of salt to dissolve in water due to the presence of magnesium and calcium as they are carbonates or bicarbonates, and appropriately they are being divided into temporary hardness and permanent hardness. So carbon dioxide has nothing to do with hardness. Calcium, magnesium, HCO3 minus and CO3 minus will only play that role. B is wrong. C, it strongly absorbs UV radiation coming from the sun. No, carbon dioxide, it strongly absorbs UV radiation coming from the sun. Strongly absorbs. No, it doesn't strongly absorb. Who are the ones who strongly absorb? The greenhouse gases, the main greenhouse gases. Apart from carbon dioxide, the other one. Who are the other ones? The main greenhouse gases. We have volatile hydrocarbons, we have HCFC, CFC, all those people are the strong people who absorb the UV radiation. But does carbon dioxide? No. Carbon dioxide, it actually what happens in global warming is UV comes from the sun. UV comes from the sun and it has to re-radiate back as IR rays. These IR rays are only absorbed by the relevant what? The greenhouse gases. The greenhouse gases. The IR rays are the people who are doing all the mischief. UV comes, no problem. UV converts to IR and IR only goes away. These IR. See, greenhouse gases love them only. Greenhouse gases go to absorb them only. Not this UV. Okay, so that's wrong. It doesn't contribute to acid rain, correct? Because the normal pH of rainwater is 7. It's roughly 5. It's roughly close to 5 to 6. That is due to dissolved carbon dioxide. Normal rain is slightly acidic. That acidity is due to what? Carbon dioxide. So that's correct. Acid rain is preliminarily due to sulfur dioxide and NO2. So for 36, since A and D is correct, your answer will be answer number 4. 36, answer is answer number 4. 37, which of the following statement or statements are correct with regard to 3D block elements? Zinc has the highest first ionization energy among 3D block elements. Correct, no? Ionization energy across a period gradually increases. So therefore zinc will have the highest value. Why? Why does ionization energy increases? Size becomes smaller due to higher nuclear attraction. So that's correct. So removal of an electron from the outermost orbital is pretty difficult. B. In contrast to ions of most main group elements S and P, 3D block ions rarely attain the noble gas configuration. Rarely attain the noble gas configuration. Now for example, let's take Cu2 plus 3D10, 4s1. So if I remove it for Cu2 plus 4s0, 3D9, it doesn't come to a noble gas configuration. Okay, so statement D is correct. The fact that D block ions do not comply with the noble gas configuration is correct. So we had already come to a conclusion that A is correct, B is correct. C, although the electronegativities of D block elements are higher than those of the corresponding S block elements, the atomic radii are smaller than the corresponding S block element. Correct. Across a group, electronegativity increases, and across a group there is a slight decrement in the atomic radii due to increasing effective nuclear charge. So the attraction between the nucleus and the outermost electron increases. Size decreases. So therefore C is correct. D, the 3D block elements that form colorless compounds are titanium and zinc. Yes, titanium 4 plus is colorless and Zn2 plus is colorless. Scandium 3 plus is colorless. So that form colorless compounds are titanium, zinc. That's correct. That's also correct or wrong? Okay, that's correct. Actually, that's correct. So 37, since all are correct, your answer will be the fifth one. 37, answer is answer number 5. 38, volatile liquids A and B having saturated vapor pressures PA and PB, where PA is not equal to PB, form a solution A mixture of liquids A and B is in equilibrium with their vapor phase in a closed container. When the volume of the container is increased, the equilibrium is re-established at the same temperature. Which of the following statements are correct? Which of the following statements or statement is or are correct? So we have a mixture of volatile components A and B. Then we increase the volume and they again come into equilibrium. So initial situation was with a lesser volume. Now we increase the volume and now the new situation is re-establishing the equilibrium with a different volume. Actually a volume that is greater than the initial. So A, while some amount of A and B go to the gaseous phase, the composition of the liquid is unchanged. Wrong, no. If we change volume, surely pressure will change. PV equal to nRT, assuming ideal behavior. So obviously if volume is changed, pressure will change. If pressure is changing, according to Raoult's law, Raoult's law is PA equal to P naught A XA. So since it's at the same temperature, P naught A constant. So since this component changes, there will be a change in this component also. So first one is wrong. B, while some amount of A and B go to the gaseous phase, the composition remains unchanged. Okay, sorry. First one was the composition of the liquid phase remains unchanged. It changes, no? Composition of gaseous phase, obvious, no? According to Dalton's law of partial pressure, PA equal to P total into YA. So if P total decreases, P total changes. Actually P total will increase. So since P total increases, obviously there will be a change in YA. So we can't say that the composition in the gaseous phase is maintained constant. C, while some amount of A and B go to the gaseous phase, the composition of the liquid phase changes. That's correct, no? From this composition of liquid phase changes. D, while some amount of A and B go to the gaseous phase, the composition of the gaseous phase changes. Obviously, yes. So since C and D are correct, 38, your answer will be answer number 3. 38, answer is answer number 3. 39. Which of the following statement or statements is or are correct regarding aqueous solution of acid? Conductivity of the solution increases as the concentration of the weak acid decreases. Wrong, no? For conductivity to increase, the amount of ions should increase. So if the amount of ions should increase, obviously the concentration should increase. The concentration should increase. So, since they have told us that the concentration decreases, it's wrong. A statement is wrong. B statement, conductivity of solution increases as temperature increases. Correct. Now imagine a person is there at one temperature. Kinetic energy is less. Temperature increases, kinetic energy increases. So if the kinetic energy increases, the random motion that is there between the particles increases. So if the random motion, now these two are there together, all of a sudden we increase temperature, vibration increases. So therefore their motion is now not restricted. So if the motion is not restricted, conductivity will increase. So B is correct. C, conductivity of the solution decreases, but the fraction dissociated of weak acid increases as more water is added to solution. If more water is added to solution, what happens? What happens to conductivity of solution? Now it's a weak acid. Now imagine it's HA weak acid. HA aqueous, giving you H plus aqueous and A minus aqueous. The amount Ka equal to H plus aqueous concentration into A minus aqueous concentration divided by HA aqueous concentration. Here there is nothing to do with water because concentration of water is considered to be constant. So therefore, if we add more water, the fraction dissociated conductive, now look at the statement again. Conductivity of the solution decreases, but the fraction of dissociation of weak acid increases as more water is added to solution. Correct? No? If more water is added to solution, for the weak acid, volume increases. Volume increases. So if the volume of the weak acid solution increases, if the volume of the weak acid increases, what will happen to concentration? Concentration will decrease. Concentration of these two will decrease. So if concentration of these two decreases, according to Le-Chatelier's principle, forward reaction is favored. So therefore dissociation increases. Other part of that same statement, conductivity decreases. Why does conductivity decrease when you put more water? Now imagine you are in a particular room. You have to transport, let's say, fish bun from this location to this location. A particular time is taken. Same fish bun, if I increase the size of the room and you have to take it from this location to a very distant location, time will increase. So therefore conductivity will decrease. Actually that statement is true. It's there in the resource book also. If you read the resource book under this electrochemistry, the first few pages, you will get a good idea of this. D. When NaCl is dissolved in the weak acid solution, conductivity decreases. We can't tell about that. Without knowing what type of NaCl or Na plus and Cl minus, both of them are not going to act as any conjugate base or acid. Actually the conjugate base here, it won't act. So therefore there is no change in conductivity. So D is wrong. So since B and C are correct, your answer will be answer number 2. 39, your answer is answer number 2. 40. Which of the following statements or statement regarding compound A is or are correct? So the last one I think to be more lenient, 40th question, they had given it in organic chemistry. Look at the compound CH, CH3, double bond C, CH2, CO, CH3, CH2, CH, OH, CH3. First one. A exhibits geometric isomerism. Yes. Why? There is a CC double bond in which two different groups are attached to one carbon. So here HCH, here that bulky group, that bulky group. So therefore surely this will exhibit geometrical isomerism. Second one. A does not exhibit optical isomerism. Wrong, no? This is a chiral carbon. A carbon attached to 4 different groups is a chiral carbon. So any organic compound with a chiral carbon should exhibit optical isomerism. This has chiral carbon, so therefore surely it will exhibit optical isomerism. So B is wrong. C. Product obtained when A is reacted with pyridinium chlorochromate exhibits optical isomerism. Okay, if you put pyridinium chlorochromate, PCC, it's a mild oxidizing agent. So this portion will get oxidized. This OH portion will get oxidized to give you CH2, COCH3. So here what happens? The chiral carbon is lost. Optical activity is lost. You put pyridinium chlorochromate. So exhibits Kiana, it's wrong. D. Product obtained when A is reacted with pyridinium chlorochromate doesn't exhibit geometrical isomerism. Correct now? Look at this CH2, COCH3. CH2, COCH3. Although there is a carbon-carbon double bond, one carbon that is attached to the double bond contains two same groups, CH2, COCH3. So therefore, this is null and void for geometrical isomerism. So D is correct. It doesn't exhibit geometrical isomerism. So you have to know that when you put PCC, pyridinium chlorochromate, since we had a secondary alcohol, it will go to ketone. If it had been a primary alcohol, it would have gone to an aldehyde, but since it's secondary, it had gone to a ketone. So therefore, 40th question, since A and D are correct, your answer will be answer number 4. 40, your answer is answer number 4. So this marks the end of yet another video from Moments with Chemistry. So in today's video, we had discussed from question number 31 to question number 40. I hope this video was useful to you, and please stay tuned with us and give your support to us. Thank you. Hey everyone, I think that particular video had added some amount of advantage to your pinnacle of success. Chemistry will indeed become one of your most favorite subjects at the end of what we take as a journey. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe this particular channel with those whom you like. And wait, whether your comments are advantages or disadvantages, please do put them down in the chat box, because everything amounts to us. So thank you and have a nice day.